Well, welcome to Biz with Rich. I'm Rich, Head of Investments at Under the Radar Report. It's great to be back. Last time I spoke to you was about a month ago, and guess what? We've picked 3 stocks in the past month in that time. That's right, 3 in 4 weeks or so. Why is that? Because this market is good for picking stocks that are trading at value prices, and that's what we're all about, because the best way to make money is to buy quality small caps on the cheap. It's been proven over time. We've proved it. Just look at our performance. Something like 80% on average return in the stocks we've picked over 10, 11, 12 years. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about stocks, but I can't go past this week's interest rate rise. So as readers of Blue Chip will know, high interest rates is now a fact of life for the foreseeable future. Inflation's running at 7%. Our own RBA target is 2 to 3%. So basically, they've got to damp the economy down in order to ensure that inflation doesn't get out of control any more than it already has. Look, I know it's tough out there. My own portfolio's been bouncing around like a jackrabbit. But what we've shown is that there are good stocks trading at cheap prices, with our recent tips, but also that amid rising interest rates, you can make some serious money. We've doubled our money in recent months on Helloworld Travel and Myer. How is that? Well, it comes down to both companies being cheap, yes, but they also had strong balance sheets with lots of cash built up during periods of distress. Then they were able to translate that strength into growth because conditions were fortuitous for them. Everyone's traveling now that the lockdown's ended, and people can't get to department stores fast enough. So they're no longer clicking as much. Online sales are actually going down, and department store sales are going up. This can't happen forever, but you want to be there when it counts, when these stocks are cheap, which is what we spend our time doing. So what these stocks have in common is net cash and prospective cash flow, and that means they won't need money. Most importantly, as I keep mentioning, they're cheap. In some cases, paying healthy dividends, and they've got great growth prospects. So one that I'd like to mention is AVA Risk. I do like the company because it looks after shareholders. It's shown that demonstrably. So when it sold a business, it delivered a big capital return via a special dividend. So it shows that it's got shareholders in the line of sight when it comes to value. But I also like its core business, which is in perimeter protection. Not from missiles, well, thank God, but from sensors. Basically, its software monitors borders. So they had a big contract, a company building contract with India's Ministry of Defence. And their software is now being used to protect a critical European border. I think is Poland, and so that's on the country front, on the sovereign front. But they also have a business that's growing quickly in mine sites, so monitoring conveyor belts. So there's lots of growth prospects. Another company I'd like to mention on the technology front, but also with heavy exposure to mining because it's a miner, is Lake Resources. So what I like about Lake Resources is its exposure to lithium, sure, but also that it's got a disruptive technology that's being proven. So we like the lithium fundamentals, as we talk about in this week's issue and in recent issues, but we also spend a lot of time on Lake Resources because of its disruptive technology that's been developed by a company associated with it. This technology produces lithium at low cost and it's environmentally friendly. So in a simplistic sense, it means it's getting rid of brine lakes. So it's really exciting, and I urge you to check it out. So what's coming up? We've got more new stocks, we're rolling out one next week, and interviews with fund managers. So you get to hear what the best the big investors of the world are buying, and you get to hear new stocks, and that's what it's all about. The beer. Let's have a look at the beer. Well, a pale ale called Motorboat by Bay Rd Brewing. Gossip. Central Coast. Well, we spent a bit of time there. Let's see what it tastes like. It's not bad. Yep. Yeah, I know. It's drinkable. Certainly beer. I like it. Until next week, good luck, good fortune, and we've got lots of stocks for you to come. So talk at you next week.